I've seen the institute grow during the last few years, and it is indeed very heartening that it's carved a niche for itself in the annals of hospitality education in the country. We've had a very thought-provoking address, the keynote address by Professor Gupta, and I'm sure you'll be mulling over this today and tomorrow when you discuss different aspects of tourism. I, being a layman for that purpose, would only like to share a few thoughts that I have, which come to my mind when I am present here with you, because I have seen and I would admit that till the time of my marriage, it was only the pilgrimage tourism that I knew of. Sometimes every year, sometimes after a gap of 2-3 years, along with the family, we would all go to the various shrines in Himachal, and that was what the tourism was confined to. That was my idea of it. Though I knew that one of my schoolmates had left for Australia to study hotel management, I wondered what it was. But then, suddenly in 1974, I happened to go to the whole of Europe, all the Western Europe that time. And that was the first time that, I carried a book with me, two of us, Europe on $10 a day. A beautifully written book, named well over these 40 years, perhaps I've forgotten. But I know what great purpose it served, and how we could go around hunting for hotels, cheap motels, at times those pensions, the paying guest houses, and how beautifully, as it was said, those people, the housekeeper in that case, that was in the university town of Cambridge, where a lady, gracious lady, how well she maintained her house, which I don't find even in 5-star hotels now, and what cheap accommodation it was for us. Ever since then, I've had the opportunity, particularly when I got more active in the public life, to go around. I've seen, and as it was said by Professor Gupta, that today tourism has come to acquire the most important place in our different sectors when it comes to the growth of the economy. And as he's rightly said, the world over it is $5 trillion US. And going by that, our standard, the Indian ones, though we've grown over the years, presently we get the figure from him, is only $118 billion US, though it's quite high as far as we are concerned. But look at the entire scenario as to what has happened, where we are. But the awareness is there, I agree with that. I happened to go to Kovalam many years back, but what was in fact breathtaking was the Kuttanad area, the backwaters of Kerala. And there you still find that the way people outside have utilized whatever the Mother Nature has given to them to attract tourists, we perhaps still haven't done. And that what struck me there was, what he mentioned at the end of his talk was our sense of sanitation. That is what, in fact, leaves us all perturbed. And here I, again, moving randomly from point to point, I remember once when we were abroad in Norway, we were talking to a group of delegates, it was related to water. There when we were talking with it, the young girl from the group got up and said, why you can't manage your toilet seats in the trains? Why should your toilets be stinking in the trains? That is what puts us off to visit India, though we do want to come to India repeatedly. One small thing we haven't been able to do all these years. And I say with a sense of satisfaction that, the things are changing. That realization is there. And we do believe that to attract people from outside, the most important thing to provide to them is the clean environments. When I refer to Kuttanad, I know that was the place where the hotel management people brought to my notice how they were using all the leftovers, the entire food, for generating gas to be used in the hotel itself. And that was where the question of if changing of the bed sheets came to my mind, and the opinion that I expressed my agreement to that was different to what Professor Gupta said. They had a small placard there saying, if you do not wish your linen to be changed, please put it on the bed.